What's cracking, fam? Your boy T Money up in the Wheezy. Happy Saturday afternoon. I actually just went over to Barnes and Noble and I got that Criterion sale. You know that Criterion sale. Yeah, I've been meaning to do it, so I went and pulled the trigger. I got a little antsy after work today, and I was like, you know what? I went and got a coffee, and I was gonna go home, and then I took a quick detour over to Barnes and Noble, sucker. So I grabbed 1, 2, 3. And they even got me to fucking sign up for their Barnes & Noble thing, which is, I used to be a member and then it expired, but apparently with my purchases today, I got $10 or $8 off, which is cool. So yeah, anyways, let's get into it, shall we? So what's in my bag of goodness from the Criterion sale? Ooh, my gut's hanging out. Yikes. Okay. So first up, we have a film called To Sleep with Anger, and I did open this because I wanted to look at it briefly. To Sleep with Anger, a slow-burning masterwork, or it's basically about a Danny Glover plays a drifter who ends up at this household, and he basically disrupts the household, something like that, I don't know. It's from 1990, apparently he plays a pretty big role. Then I grabbed Beyond the Valley of the Dolls because I have never seen this movie before, and it stars the great, rest in peace, Sharon Tate. And yeah, you know, it sounds good. It's like a study of sexuality in the entertainment industry, I guess, from like the 60s. So yeah, 1967. So Valley of the Dolls. I have Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. Somehow I ended up with that one and not this one, so I wanted to grab it. Then I grabbed a movie by the name of Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Shout out to Movie Chatter. She does amazing Criterion Collection videos, as I've mentioned before. She had talked about this one very recently in one of her updates where she discusses she picks like 3 films and talks about them that she's watched recently, and she raved about this film, so I had to grab this one. It sounds pretty good. It's like a punk rock musical from 2001. So if you want a better idea of what the film's about, go check her out, Movie Chatter. And then I grabbed, this sounded pretty good. This is a film from 1945, directed by the great, actually no, this isn't Hitchcock, Edgar Ulmer. And it's basically about a hitchhiker going from New York to Los Angeles. He hitchhikes his way from New York to Los Angeles. A down on his luck nightclub pianist finds himself with a dead body on his hands and nowhere to run. A waking nightmare that goes from bad to worse when he picks up the most vicious femme fatale in cinema history. Anne Savage's snarling, monstrously conniving drifter Vera. Working with no-name stars on a bargain basement budget, B. Auteur Edgar G. Ulmer turned threadbare production values and seedy lower atmosphere into indelible pulp poetry, long unavailable in a format in which its hard-boiled beauty could be fully appreciated. Detour haunts anew in its first major restoration. So that's awesome. Had to grab this one. Can't wait to give this a watch. Sounds really good. And then 2 more titles. I grabbed The Man Who Knew Too Much by Alfred Hitchcock. I've never seen this movie before. 1934. An ordinary British couple vacationing in Switzerland suddenly find themselves embroiled in a case of international intrigue when their daughter is kidnapped by spies plotting a political assassination. This fleet and gripping film is the first of its early thrillers. It's the first of Alfred Hitchcock, made during the fertile phase of his career, spent in Gaumont British Picture Corporation. Besides affirming Hitchcock's genius, it gave the brilliant Peter Lorre his first English-speaking role as a slitherly villain. With its tension and gallows humor, it's pure Hitchcock, and it sets the tone for such films as 39 Steps and Lady Vanishes. So, had to grab this one, The Man Who Knew Too Much, classic Hitchcock. Ah, get it open. I like that cover artwork too, it's cool. And there you go, Criterion sale. And last but not least, we have The Exterminating Angel. This one sounded really good, from 1962. A group of high society friends are invited to a mansion for dinner, and they find themselves inexplicably unable to leave. In Louis Brunel's daring masterpiece, The Exterminating Angel, made just 1 year after the director's international sensation Verdiana, this film, full of eerie comic absurdity, continues Brunel's wicked takedown of the rituals of independencies of the frivolous upper class. So, sounds good. Sounds like House on Haunted Hill meets something else. I don't know. I can't think of it. I'm not very versatile in my genres, I guess you could say. But I do want to check this one out. It sounded good. So, The Exterminating Angel from 1962. So, real quick, that one, The Man Who Knew Too Much, Detour. Might as well just open these up and then throw out the wrappers so I don't have to throw them in my garbage at home. It's a little tip for you guys. That's the inside of Detour. Cool. And then Hedwig and To Sleep with Anger. Oh, and Valley of the Dolls, of course. Alright, yeah, so cool, guys. Thanks. I just wanted to do a quick little video showcasing what I just picked up at the Criterion sale. Alright, guys. Love you. Peace.